Alright, sitting behind an older van that I once owned. A little bit different, that's the shorter version, but the Ram ProMaster right in front of me. We are heading to an auction, and it should be another fun day. A lot of people have requested for more state auction videos, so I've been just trying to go to them regardless of to film or not, but they are a lot of fun. I haven't been to this auctioneer's auction in probably like 3 or 4 years. I know he doesn't have many around here, but sometimes they're good, so let's make it a fun one, see what we can find today, and make it another awesome episode of treasure hunting with good old taco stacks. This guy's kind of cool. Oh, it's like paper mache. Tons of baseball hats, but they look destroyed. They're old, but they're just like mangled. Apparently there was a lot of cast iron. This one looks very nice. This one looks nice. Yeah, Wagner. Kind of can just tell by the color of what they look like. This one's probably decent. Yep, Griswold slant logo. Probably try to find one here that doesn't look the best. Like this one I don't think is anything. Made in Taiwan. Can almost just tell by the handle and the metal by which one's decent. This one looks not too bad. Yeah, another Wagner. It's interesting, there's a lot of hats at this. That's actually a cool hat. A lot of hats at this auction. I haven't found like any men's clothes. Found lots of women's clothes, no men's clothes. I don't know how you're gonna sell this. He says he's gonna do the box lots first. So I do a bunch of these auction videos, and I had a lot of people who asked me how do auctions kind of work. Overall consensus is a lot of auctioneers do it a little bit differently, so I'll kind of get into that. I don't know how he's going to do this though. It's over here. Yeah, I have no idea how he's going to do this one. Some auctioneers will literally sell this entire room one shot. Some will say we'll sell by piece, whatever you're interested in. Alright, so I'll try to make it pretty simple for how auctions kind of work for the most part. He'll do choice from this entire row, so he'll do just this one row, and he'll stand over there and he'll, you know, do his whole spiel about, you know, whatever you want to pay or whatever, and then you bid against someone else. So you might bid $5 and someone else will bid $6, and whoever wins the bid, whoever pays the most amount of money, can choose any box they want, or they can choose all the boxes, and this would be considered a box. That's a box. The correct term might be lot rather than box. And then you win it. You then win it for whatever you pay, and then you won the item. There's all different kind of tricks to it. So the easiest one would definitely be just like choice lot, but there's tricks to kind of how to bid, what to bid on, knowing what someone else wants, all sorts of things that kind of go into it, which I'll probably talk a little bit more in depth, but that's how the box lots work. And then kind of towards the end of it, you might get down to $1, and depending on who's here, who's not here, there might be a lot of stuff left, and that's usually when I buy the remaining lot for $1 or $2. There are some nice hats, but they're nothing too crazy. Like nothing I would spend like $20 for a box for. But they're decent, like $10, $15 hats. A couple of them in there. I think there might be like 1 or 2 in that one. But that's the best box. And of course, there's only like maybe 3 or 4 decent hats in that box. I think I spent like $3. I did buy 1 box of hats. That looks cool. Odd items, really odd, just like housewares. We have another billy club. I've got a collection of these billy clubs. Old promo bat, some other items as well. This whole pile over here. All right, so loading up the van now. Still got a couple things I'm waiting for. I did buy all the hats. I bought 1 box of hats for $5. That was actually the good hat lot. And then these I paid $10 for. They're pretty old. This one's I'd say late 80s, mid 80s Sox hat. New era. Got some baseball gloves. This one's worth a decent amount of money. I'm very, very stoked about that. I paid $4 for that. Other smalls, got some jackets, bunch of scrap. Everything's going very cheap. It's kind of like we hit a heat wave here and everyone kind of just went home. All right, so I made it back home. It's been a long adventure. Lots of fun. I'm actually working on a lot of projects around here. Finally, after I don't know how many years, my brother came over for the holidays and we went ahead and worked on this, which this string is going to be the new break point between the grass and the gravel. Because before, you can see it was out here over here. Didn't line up with that. You walk down here. And then it cuts in some more. Anyway, there was like wood all jangly. So on the way home from the auction, stopped off at lovely Lowe's. This stuff's all fallen over. And picked up brand new treated lumber. So we're going to be all right now. And it's going to look pretty nice. I don't know if I want to paint it. I feel like if I paint it, it's going to crack. It's going to peel. I think just a natural lumber look, once this greenish tint goes away, is going to look pretty nice. So maybe I'll just stay with that. The thing with lumber is it's almost impossible to get some of these lumber pieces without holes in them, without knots or holes. So that was a fun adventure trying to find 5 great straight pieces that had very little knots. In fact, these have a bunch. But yeah, This auction was it's always a great experience at this auction company. It's a very enjoyable experience. You never know what you're going to get into. So I ended up winning a bunch of row lots, and there wasn't that much stuff left, and I took pretty much almost everything out of there, and then everyone else started putting all their garbage into my rows. So it looked like there was more stuff. I probably took some garbage also. And I guess the owner of the house was there. And this is like something that's really kind of weird. So some auctioneers will make you take everything. This auctioneer, the helper, said I didn't have to take everything. But I told them, I was like, people are putting garbage in my rows. I'm not taking that. And at the end of the auction, the owner of the house came over and was like, you bought all that. You have to take all that. And I was like, well, I'm not taking other people's garbage. They're like, yeah, but you bought all the contents on the tarp. And this always gets me fired up. So I took some more garbage, but I didn't take everything because at the end of the day, it's like I can't take everyone else's trash. I'm not the trash guy. Although I trash pick, I can't be the trash guy. So it was just like one of the ambiances of this auction. It's just like when homeowners like stay around, they stick around, they see the price of everything, they kind of get a little upset about things. But yeah, she harassed me like 4 or 5 times at auction that I had to take everything. And I was just like, the auction company said I didn't have to. And people are just putting garbage on my pile. So yes, that's the beauty of auctions. You never really know what's going to happen. But I got some assortment of items back there. I kind of condensed a lot. My big spender was I bought all the hats. This, I don't even know what the heck this is in. I don't know what the heck that. These look like those pipe brushes. I bought all the hats for the most part. I missed one box that went for, I think, $12. I did buy these jackets. I don't know why. This one's fairly new, but the other one's old. At least I think it is. Robert. Pride makes progress. I thought these were kind of cool. I don't know. I thought they were cool jackets. They're not worth a whole lot, but they're cool work jackets. They have some wear to them. But yeah, I bought this lovely hat lot. Got some really cool older stuff. Eagles, Phillies. There's a couple other pieces. This is kind of interesting. Team Duron. It's almost in like the old Google colors. So I bought that. I did buy a bunch of baseball gloves. I ended up buying all of these hats for $10. These had some really nice old ones. Like these are like gotta be 80s. Even the leather's cracking. Old wool. Probably a local league. In fact, this was in Freemansburg, so that might have been Freemansburg baseball. Those are really cool. There's a whole bunch of hats there. I won't bore you guys too much with hats. I got other things. There's like boots back there. There's some holiday down here. Baseballs, all sorts of stuff. Scrap metal. These are actually, I believe, the pendulums for a clock. The last auction I went to, I bought a bin of scrap metal, and there was a bunch of these pendulums in there, and they were like the legit ones. The ones that have brass plate with the majority of the pendulum is actually lead. Really, really nice stuff there. There's some weighted silver as well, but that was a different auction. Probably my favorite find is this. I expect to probably get around 100 for it, maybe 120. This brand's very well known, and it's very hard to find. It's not in terrible shape. I mean, you can still open it, but pretty cool. There's some more baseball gloves over there, but nothing too crazy. A couple Wilsons. Older Wilson glove. No Wilson A2000. I don't think they had A2000s back in the 40s. So, yeah, that was today's adventure. Got harassed a couple times, got yelled at, but still made the best of it. This is what the beauty of auction is. Beauty of auctions in general is just you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to find, and you don't know what you're going to buy, because you buy a lot of treasure. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these pieces of wood down. We'll have to get these saw out, and then hopefully I can finish this project so I do a little bit of property management this year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this awesome treasure hunt, hit the like button, subscribe down below for more treasure hunts. I'll catch you guys next time for our next adventure. Who knows what we'll get into. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.